Hey, how's it doing? V Gaming here. The Saverings at V Gaming, I should say. And I haven't really done any videos the last couple days because it was kind of quiet in the gaming front. No major news, nothing I really wanted to discuss. And today I was sitting here. It's just Friday, February 7th already. Can't believe it. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I got nothing. I, I absolutely got nothing. Oh, follow me on the Steam group and on Twitter, V Gaming. I'm sitting here thinking, I got nothing. I got nothing to add to this discourse. I got absolutely nothing. There's nothing going on. And that made me realize that maybe that in and of itself is a topic because lately there's been a lot of discourse amongst the fan bases. Not so much the fan bases, one fan base in particular. All is quiet on the Xbox side. All is kind of quiet on the PC side. All is kind of quiet on the Nintendo side. All's kind of quiet on the mobile side. Who's kind of squeaking and squawking and not happy with things or trying to say that other platforms are dead and stuff. And this isn't to poke a hole or to poke a bear or anything like that. Like I said, hold on. For context, right? For context. Okay. Okay. I got my Buyer's Remorse 5 right here. Not even plugged in. You know? I'm not a whatever. I was the first person that I knew that owned a PlayStation 1. I bought it when they were brand new in 1995. A lot of people's first exposure to PlayStation was through me. I got my first apartment in 1995 and I got a PlayStation. Not a PS1, a PlayStation because it was the only one. And I can't tell you how many people came over and they're like, "Oh, is that new Sony console?" People don't even know the name of it yet, okay? Me and PlayStation go back like that. PS2, I had about 4 of them bitches cuz I was broke. And I kept buying them and I kept having to sell them and I'd buy them used and I'd pawn it back and I'd buy it used and I'd pawn it back because, had to eat. But I kept coming back to it though. GTA San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, even though the better version was on GameCube, let's be real. Just so many games, Ultimate Spider-Man, so many games, right? They kind of lost me with that PS3 and that's a whole other story. We're not here for that. Like I said, I'm not here to dogpile on anyone in particular. And if I do, it's not for long. And if I do, it's not personal. Okay. I really don't care what plastic box you're on. I'll try to dissuade you from being on that box, but it's your money at the end of the day, and whatever you want to play on is what you want to play on. They're all starting to merge anyway. Anyway, to a certain point. So I guess that was my topic. The fact that I had nothing to talk about, but I could still sit here and talk about how I feel that the console wars are over, man. There's no reason for any of that. As of the other day, every single PlayStation 5 first party exclusive is on PC, except for Demon Souls. I heard that got canceled or something, but that's nothing official. That came from the Blue Camp talking about when they saw that Spider-Man 2 didn't perform so well. That's not what. Just because there was only 40 something thousand people playing Spider-Man 2 at its peak, it's a single player game. Do you realize on PC before Spider-Man 2 came out and before Spider-Man Remastered came out, we had every other Spider-Man game that's ever existed to play at any time on the PC, officially or unofficially. We could have played any Spider-Man game that's ever existed, ever. So we weren't pressed to get whatever Sony's last two were, right? And the first one came out and it was very well received, sold very well. There's a reason why they put Spider-Man 2 on there so quickly as they did. Well, they put Spider-Man 2 on there so quickly for other reasons. The financial crunch of what's going on in modern gaming, and Spider-Man 2 underperformed. Let's just be real. Spider-Man 2 underperformed. Um, so I'm making this video and I'm on here to say today's topic, I guess, is, and look, I don't even have a background. This is just my regular desktop with a bunch of icons I should probably be cleaning up and stuff. Just over here, there. Yes, over there. Bunch of stuff I should be cleaning up, right? My topic is Xbox is fine. You know, Xbox is fine. They've got their niche, right? They're going from the red ocean to the blue ocean. They're letting you guys have that console war. Well, not intentionally. Not intentionally. That Xbox One reveal, probably the worst reveal of any new console ever. And Microsoft's acknowledged that. Phil Spencer's come out and said, that was not the console generation to lose. It was theirs to win. It was theirs to win. After the 360, everyone was waiting for that 720. Remember the old Xbox 720? Just give me more of the 360, please. And that's not what they did. So, but that's here nor there. That was what? 12 years ago now? 12 years ago. I was actually working for Xbox at that time. I was working on Kinect stuff. Not the Kinect 2, the original Kinect stuff. That pavilion where they had that big Xbox reveal, I could see that from outside of my window. They set that up temporarily on the grounds right out the commons right outside of Studio A. That's where I was working out of. But in general, your average Xbox player, they don't know anything about this. They just know that their Xbox Series S was cheap. They know that they like the power of the Series X. It plays whatever games they want to play, whether that's let's be real. Most of you guys are playing Fortnite, FC Club, Madden, Minecraft, Marvel Rivals, Apex, PUBG, and stuff like that, right? Most people that are playing that, they don't care what's going on with these console wars. I'd say a good 80-90% of video game players aren't even into that shit. It's us. It's our top 10%, right? The ones that are arguing down in the comments and the ones that care, making videos, bothering to even make YouTube channels like this. And I say all that to say, what's the point of all this? Can we just lay down the arms? Can we just all agree that, yes, exclusives have their place if they're first party? It's the same as why would you buy a Toyota over a Nissan or something like that, right? There's got to be something that you like that's exclusive to that car, right? Like Toyotas have like the good reputation, and maybe they all come with this standard feature that you would prefer over your Nissan. Which is also timely because didn't just Nissan turn down Toyota's buyout offer? But anyway, what's the difference between I play on an LG TV. Oh my gosh, and the burn-in is still there. I think I just ruined my TV, you guys. Anyway, I play on an LG TV. What's the difference between this and a TCL or a Sharp or whatever? It had to be different features and different things, right? Well, the LGs are nice OLED TVs, which I'm regretting right now because I just burnt the crap out of the top of my monitor with all my tabs being open all the time, falling asleep with the TV on. So there has to be some compelling reasons. I would say it's more of like a features at this point, not so much the software. Okay, so your features for PlayStation, it's the most powerful console that's out right now with the Pro. The base PS5 and the Xbox Series X kind of go tit for tat, right? It's got the legacy of PlayStation games behind it, which, depending on what platform you're on, you still can go back and enjoy those PlayStation older games, officially or unofficially, Sorry, something in my eye. Xbox, they've got the quick resume, and they've got the best backwards compatibility, and it's the only console that has Game Pass on it. Nintendo you get for the portability with the Switch, and for also their backwards compatibility, which could be better, but there's enough older games on there that you could still play, whether it's through their subscription service or through their virtual console or whatever it is, right? And their first party games, of course, like your Animal Crossings and things like that, right? Mobile, it's always on you. When do you not have your phone on you? It's the most common gaming capable device in the world by far, and it's not even close, right? So all the platforms, love or hate them, they all have their strengths, right? And I think that should be more of the focus of the difference between the two. Yes, you're going to have your exclusives every once in a while. You're going to have your, Netflix has shows that HBO Max doesn't have, and Disney Plus has shows that Hulu doesn't have, and Hulu has shows that Amazon Prime doesn't have. Yes, and they're competing for your dollars, but at the end of the day, they're all streaming services, and at the end of the day, most people don't have all of them. So what differentiates them, It could just be, you could think of shows and you could think of content as features in their case, right? Because all those services I just named, they're all platform agnostic, right? You can watch them on your smart TV, you can watch them on your mobile device, on your tablet, on your game consoles, whatever, right? But I guess I'm here to say, I'm getting kind of tired of the debate. Yes, it's entertaining to watch people dogpile on the ponies because the ponies are still bringing up talking points from like the mid 2000s. You know, like you need this, you need your exclusive. It's going to diminish your brand. You can't play PC games from the sofa, even though I'm playing my PC on a giant TV sitting right here. Yes, I'm in an office chair, but I could just as easily be subtract this and put a couch. It'd be the same thing. I'm playing on a TV. There's a VCR and a DVD player sitting right here. I have a keyboard and mouse on a laptop tray board in my lap. They're not even wireless because my PC's sitting right here, but you can get this wireless and sit back on your sofa and just play with the keyboard and mouse. See, I even got a little wrist pad for it, right? You could do that. This laptop tray was $29.99 on Amazon. It's padded and everything. You just set it right here on your lap and you just go for it. It's got a little mouse pad already built into it. Just get a wireless keyboard and mouse, get you a little wrist guard, you know, because ergonomics are important. You're good to go. So that defeats that. My computer's got the same two plugs that your game console has. It's got power and HDMI. Same two plugs. But yeah, I don't know. Like, are you guys getting tired of this too? I know it makes for great content, and it makes for great, hopefully great non-content like this. But like, what do you guys think? It's entertaining to a point, but I wish we would just go back and talk about the games. Do you guys remember when they showed Ninja Gaiden Black 2 at the Xbox thing yesterday? I myself thought, and I was watching a couple streams of it, and I think it was, oh no, it's Alex in his stream of it said, are video games back? Are we just going to talk about video games now? And I felt him 1,000% on that. I've been following the patch 8 news for Baldur's Gate 3. I've been playing that game a lot lately, since there's kind of a lull in my standard game here, which is Final Fantasy 14. That's my character right there, baby shoes. There's been a kind of a lull in that game, so I've been going back and playing other games, and that includes Baldur's Gate 3. Fantastic game if you haven't played that. There's a couple games I highly suggest, even if you're not into them, that you go play. Forza Horizon be one of them. Fantastic. Final Fantasy 14 would be one of them. Baldur's Gate 3 would be one of them. Vampire Survivors would be one of them. Control would be one of them. If you're not into those genre, Minecraft would be one of them. If you're not into those genre games, like usually, as a gamer, you should pick those games up and try them at least twice. If you don't like it the first time, that's fine. Put it down. Come back to it later. Maybe you'll be in a different mood. You should try all those games twice. Because they will change your perspective on how video games are and how video games work and how just they'll help you see a different perspective. Maybe there'll be some craftsmanship in there or an idea that you'll latch onto, or maybe you'll even make a new friend doing it. Who even knows? But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Are you getting tired of this whole video game war? I mean, I take this back to Atari. I take this back to Nintendo and the Sega Master System. I take this back to Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I take this back to PS1 versus N64. I take this back to when I used to sell pre-orders for Dreamcast at EB Games, and people told me that they were holding off because the PlayStation 2 is going to have a DVD. It's going to play DVDs, you know, and so on and so forth, right? But I feel like at this stage, since everything is basically x86 architecture and AMD based, and even the Switch, which is still x86, but it's NVIDIA based, which is negligible to most developers. I feel as though the need for exclusives and the portability of exclusives kind of goes out the window. And that's before we even get to the finances of it, of games costing a lot. Like, what was a friend of mine was telling me today in chat that they kind of rolled back and started over with the Wonder Woman game, WB Games was, and they had already spent 8 years and $100 million on what they had so far, and they rolled it back to scratch, basically. There's no need for that. Power World, when it came out, well, when it launched in early access, 8 people have been working on that game for a few years on $8 million. 8 people. And that game's made over $1 billion easily at this point. Yeah, so I think AAA, I just think all this, going back to the expenses and why it makes more sense to port your games other places, and why I think exclusives are kind of not as exclusive as they used to be. But what do you guys think? This was just today's topic, today's video. Do the console wars still matter? Do they still even really exist? Are they based on old, outdated things? Like Sony themselves said, their pillars are outdated and already behind. And should we just... It's entertaining, but should we just... I mean, watching people get kicked in the nuts is entertaining, but does that mean we should turn around and watch it every single time it happens? You know, maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not here to be the arbiter of that. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your time. But me for once, I couldn't think of anything to really make this video on, but just thinking about this seemed like a topic. Am I off my rocker? You tell me on Twitter at V-Gaming, and you join my Steam group on Steam at V-Gaming, and you tell me if I'm crazy and wasting my time for doing this, and if you're crazy and wasting your time for watching this video the whole way through. But in the meantime, I appreciate it. Y'all be good, and enjoy your gaming, because that's what it comes down to. Enjoy your gaming. Whatever plastic box or whatever thing made of sand that you're playing on, okay? Peace.